Liam Rosenior's Chelsea is cooking, and into the round of 16 we go after beating Napoli 3-2 at the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. Want proof we're cooking? Look at Joao Pedro's thunderbolt equalizer from 25 yards out. Still don't believe me? See his clinical winner in the 82nd minute. What about Cole Palmer's impact? Watch his 2 assists that changed the game. Still not convinced? Chelsea finished 6th in the Champions League phase, straight into the last 16. No playoffs needed. But this victory taught us 7 massive lessons about this Chelsea team. Welcome back, Chelsea fans. Drop your country in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, support the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you get quick updates whenever we drop a new video. Lesson number 1. Chelsea's defense was absolutely horrible, especially Wesley Fofana. That first Napoli goal was a complete disaster. Antonio Vergara escaped Moises Caicedo's pressure, twisted, showed his back, spun past Fofana like he wasn't even there, and scored past Robert Sanchez. That was genuinely the worst defensive play I've ever seen from Chelsea this season. Vergara made Fofana look like an absolute clown. The 23-year-old Napoli Academy graduate scored his first ever senior goal and did it by embarrassing one of Chelsea's most expensive defenders. For the second goal, Wesley Fofana was caught sleeping again. Rasmus Højlund, on loan from Manchester United, got across the front of Fofana and hammered home before halftime. Twice in one half, Fofana was beaten badly. Twice Napoli scored because he lost his man or got turned too easily. That's unacceptable at this level. Fofana cost Chelsea £70 million from Leicester City, and performances like this make people question whether he was worth that investment. Here's a question for you. Is Wesley Fofana good enough to be a starting center back for a team trying to win the Champions League? Drop your honest answer in the comments. Lesson number 2. Robert Sanchez keeps saving us, and it's also a sign of our bad defense. Every single game, match after match, Robert Sanchez records not less than 2p, and it doesn't matter the opposition. He saved us against Brentford with crucial stops. He saved us against Crystal Palace when they were pushing for a winner, and today against Napoli, he made good saves in the first half and a massive save very late in the game to deny Napoli from equalizing. Romelu Lukaku had an absolute sitter after a defensive lapse, one-on-one with Sanchez, and somehow Big Rom missed it. But credit to Sanchez, he made himself big, stayed composed, and forced the miss. Without that save, Chelsea would have dropped points and potentially faced the playoff round. Sanchez made 3 saves in total today. The problem is that Chelsea are relying on their goalkeeper far too much. Good teams don't give up this many chances. Elite defenses don't force their keeper to make heroic saves every single match. Something needs to change. Lesson number 3. Jamie Gittins isn't Chelsea level, I'm sorry. Enzo Maresca gave him time earlier this season and eventually got fed up and started benching him. Liam Rosenior arrived and has also given him game time, yet there's been no improvement whatsoever. Today's game was full-scale evidence and a direct message to the board that Gittins simply isn't good enough for this level. How do you get subbed in during the second half and then get subbed out again in the same second half? That's embarrassing. Gittins came on in the 59th minute for Andre Santos. Just 15 minutes later, in the 74th minute, he was taken off again. That tells you everything you need to know. Rosenior saw that Gittins wasn't contributing anything, wasn't helping the team, and had to make another change immediately. Gittins joined Chelsea from Borussia Dortmund for £33 million with high expectations. He was supposed to be a dynamic winger who could take on defenders and create chances. Instead, he's been invisible in most matches. His decision-making is poor, his final ball is lacking, his defensive work rate isn't good enough. At this rate, Chelsea might need to cut their losses and move him on in the summer. Now, here's another question. Should Chelsea loan Jamie Gittins out or sell him permanently? Let me know your thoughts. Lesson number 4. Joao Pedro was absolutely lethal today. Pedro started poorly in the first half, missing a header from close range just before halftime that could have kept Chelsea level going into the break. But he turned into an absolute beast in the second half with 2 world-class finishes that won Chelsea the game. His first goal in the 61st minute was pure power and technique. He received the ball 25 yards out with his back to goal, spun away from his defender, shifted onto his left foot, and absolutely thundered an unstoppable shot past Alex Merritt into the top corner. The Napoli goalkeeper didn't even move. It was that good. That goal brought Chelsea level at 2-2 and completely changed the momentum of the match. His second goal in the 82nd minute was a classic counterattack finish. Cole Palmer played him through with a perfect pass, and Pedro showed incredible composure to pick out the far corner with his right foot. Clinical, ice cold. Exactly what Chelsea needed. He literally won the game for Chelsea with those 2 moments of brilliance. Pedro now has 11 goals and 4 assists in his first season at Chelsea. Those are excellent numbers for someone adjusting to English football and the Premier League intensity. Lesson number 5. Cole Palmer, I love you, please stay fit. Palmer came off the bench at halftime, and while there weren't many flashy dribbles, flicks, or tricks, he silently influenced and changed the entire game. When Chelsea were trailing 2-1 and looking defeated, Palmer came on and dropped 2 perfect assists to João Pedro that turned the game completely around to win 3-2. His vision and passing quality are on another level. He sees passes that other players don't see. He delivers balls with the perfect weight and timing. Both of Pedro's goals came from Palmer's creative brilliance. That's what world-class players do. They don't need to dominate the ball or take 20 touches. They just need 1 or 2 moments of quality to change everything. Cole Palmer, please stay fit. We need you. We desperately need that Cole Palmer back for the run-in. Lesson number 6. Enzo Fernandez is now officially a penalty merchant. In Cole Palmer's absence through injury, Enzo Fernandez has scored 3 consecutive penalty kicks for Chelsea. Against Charlton Athletic in the FA Cup, he scored from the spot. Against Crystal Palace in the Premier League last weekend, another penalty goal. And today against Napoli in the Champions League, he stepped up again and converted with power and confidence. Fernandes now has 5 penalties scored out of 5 attempts this season. That's a 100% record he doesn't miss. Every single penalty has been struck with conviction into the corner, giving keepers no chance. While it's great to have a reliable penalty taker, especially with Palmer injured, Chelsea fans are starting to joke that penalties are the only way Fernandes scores now. He needs to add more goals from open play to truly justify his £106 million price tag. Lesson number 7. Liam Rosignol reads the game very well and made the right substitutions at the right times. Rosignol saw that Pedro Neto was flopping badly in the first half and second half, contributing nothing going forward and being a liability defensively, so he removed Neto and brought on fresh legs. He also made a tactical change by removing Malo Gusto and bringing on centre-back Trevoh Chalobah in the 59th minute. That switch moved Reece James from centre-back to right-back, which is his natural position, and it immediately stabilized Chelsea's defense. The back 3 experiment with James and Marc Cucurella as centre-backs clearly wasn't working. Napoli were cutting through Chelsea far too easily. Rosignol recognized this at halftime when he brought on Cole Palmer, and then made further changes just before the hour mark to fix the defensive structure. Those substitutions completely changed the game. Within 2 minutes of Chalobah and Gittins coming on, Chelsea equalized through Pedro's thunderbolt. The tactical adjustment worked perfectly. Chelsea looked more solid defensively with a back 4, and suddenly they had control of the match again. That's good management. That's recognizing problems quickly and fixing them before it's too late. Chelsea finished 6th in the Champions League phase with 16 points. They go straight into the last 16 and will face one of Qarabağ, Monaco, Newcastle, or PSG in the next round. Avoiding the playoff round is massive because it saves 2 extra matches in February, allowing Chelsea to focus on the Premier League top 4 race and the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg against Arsenal. So Chelsea fans, final question, can this Chelsea team win the Champions League this season with performances like this? Yes or no, drop your prediction in the comments, smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one. Keep the blue flag flying high.